Good morning and welcome to episode 1425 of Hard Factor. It is Friday, March 22nd, 2024. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80-ish% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Everything you need to know in 40 minutes or less. But if you need more, go to patreon.com/hardfactor for 3 weekly bonus podcasts. Today, Wes has a hodgepodge of headlines to get us started.
That's right. Hopefully we'll get through them all, but got some lottery news, some plane fights, some little rascals, and some underage drinking.
Nice. That's a good
No, you already said little rascals.
Yeah.
Oh, right. You got a little rascal right there with you, Pat. What do you?
Oh, he's got an upset stomach. I don't know how many times yours shits a day, but mine shits so often.
Yeah,
just a crazy amount.
Always too many when you're having to change them. That's pretty much the number.
And he's always struggling, making that noise like he's got a shit.
Oh yeah.
So you're just smelling butts all day.
It's that classic baby wine and fart, combo.
But dude, I'm responsible for so many butts.
That's just all day with the baby.
It used to just be one butthole, but like between like my kids, my injured girl, my
now you got 4
aging parents.
5, 6.
A lot of
I'm a beehole master.
Cat.
Oh, the cat. Don't forget about the cat.
You got to manage his as well. Oh no.
Don't forget about the cat. Hey,
Don't
just
forget
heard him
about the
take
cat.
a shit.
Wow.
Just heard him take a shit.
A lot of
when you're done with all that other stuff, make sure you clean that litter box. All right, buddy?
Yeah, nothing better than taking care of an animal that you didn't want and doesn't like you.
right.
And in fact, pests you by
Right.
stinking your area up at least once a day with a human level excrement.
Oh, the
Anyway, I
hatred
got
for that cat must be huge.
It's a big cat. Not a small cat.
Yeah, he's a robust fella. Yeah, cats can take big shits. People don't realize. Yeah.
It's awesome that they engineered an animal to, and I know yours is an outdoor cat, Will, not acceptable over here, to just shit in your house. That was the solution.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Perfect companion.
Perfect companion.
As you said to that, Pat, my solution was indoor outdoor cat. That's
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's how many animals we got. Thousands, millions.
Oof.
Let's pick one that shits in your house.
seems reasonable. Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
I'm talking about that potential conspiracy. I don't know what the fuck's going on. The guy who was the executive director of the Bill and Hillary Clinton airport who died.
That
We're gonna
one?
get into that.
You're talking
After
about
a shootout with authorities, and no one knows what happened. So we're talking about that one, and also talking about Neuralink a little bit.
nice.
A little bit.
Sweet.
Brain computers. I love it. And then I've got all the latest news about chicks, babes, to close it out and get us ready for the weekend. Right.
Just in time for spring break for a lot of you.
Vibes, yeah. Spring break 24.
Okay, well, let's do it, shall we? Here we go.
Do you know who you're with? 3 Factor, yeah. This is real news.
First up, a little business today. The Spoke Post. We've all unveiled what we've gotten, I believe. Will, you unveiled what you got, right?
Oh, you're damn right. I got it right here. It's a beautiful camping blanket. They know exactly what my family loves to do. Get out there and, lay down a little blanket in the grass right there. Enjoy yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Picnic.
So make this year your most awesome yet with a box of awesome from Bespoke Post every month. The box of awesome is filled with carefully chosen gear from the best small brands around the world. I already unveiled, but I'm going to go ahead and take a sip of what looks like a delicious alcoholic beverage, but it's actually just a Coca-Cola Zero.
Wow, that is the classiest looking Coke Zero,
isn't it?
I've ever seen.
Now, this glass is actually from Italy. I got 2 of them along with my book of whiskey, some ice cube makers, and some old-fashioned mix. So
fine craftsmanship.
Very nice box that I got. So whether you want to drink or and eat more awesome, dress and travel more awesome, or explore more awesome, Box of Awesome has you covered this year. To get started, take the quiz at boxofawesome.com. Your answers will help them pick the right box of awesome for you. It's free to join, and they release new items every month across a ton of different categories. When you become a member, you'll have access to stellar discounts across a plethora of products. We're talking 30% off or more sometimes. Plus, with each Box of Awesome, you're supporting small businesses. 90% of everything that comes in your Box of Awesome is from a small up-and-coming brand. It's free to sign up, and you can skip a month or cancel anytime. Makes a great gift, like a groomsman gift, or the gift for someone who's hard to shop for. Let Box of Awesome decide what they're going to get, right? Get a free mystery gift with your first monthly shipment when you sign up at boxofawesome.com. Enter code HARDFACTOR at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com, code HARDFACTOR for a free mystery gift with your first monthly shipment. Boxofawesome.com, code HARDFACTOR.
All right, Wes, that's the gift that keeps on giving.
That's right. I mean,
it's all year.
It's cool stuff. If you're a gear guy, I'm a gear guy. I love getting my box of awesome.
Oh, it's amazing. I just imagine what Cousin Eddie would say about it. He'd love it.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a surprise every month. Unless you can pick what you want, right? Though, I mean, that's
Cousin Eddie, not a good candidate because he small house. And then he's also always on the move. Tough to.
But nobody would appreciate that Box of Awesome more than
for you. He'd appreciate it for you. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you buy the membership for him,
right?
And you get it, and he'd say, "Wow, Clark, that's pretty great.
This is awesome. Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's awesome." Got a new plane fight video. We haven't seen one in a while, but this one's pretty good. This is from flight 2506. So set to fly from Tampa to Philadelphia on Tuesday.
I feel like that's a route we've covered before. Probably. I feel like the Florida to Philly. I know we have.
Yeah.
It's a hot route.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No. Any direct to Philly, and then especially you throw in a Florida in there. That's like you said. That's a hot
good
route.
So a man caused a 30-minute delay after he started yelling anti-Semitic slurs at a flight attendant. Ooh. He was going hard. He was using the hard K. And he was threatening other passengers, and then a hero showed up in the form of I believe a Philadelphia police officer that was just on vacation. And here's what happened. And I'm playing this video for one reason. It's because of the way the guy yells, "Walk, walk." And here it is.
Do you have a badge you want to grab or anything before you get off?
Don't attack me with two individuals against one.
Oh, is he an individual guy?
Yeah.
He's a guy that says individual.
And they're like, "Get off the fuck."
I didn't hit anyone, so you're yeah. It's okay. Raising my voice to a female, I'll see about it with you.
There's the K.
I know who this guy is.
You guys are human, and it's because I'm sitting down and I'm lower than you. Yeah, I'm sitting down and I'm sitting down and lower. You want me a tough guy, bro?
This woman in front of him doesn't want to be on camera.
I'm moving. Hey, you know what and stuff?
Comes
No, it's all you all teaming up. You see how most of the people are white here? Yeah, so you were like,
oh, it's not just a freeze frame on the woman in front of you.
I'm trying to get to my home country, and you all people made it harder for me to get to my home country.
Your home country,
I'm telling you. No. And this white-haired guy is taking. I want to see you up front, cuz.
Here's the cuz guy.
What is that big guy? Okay. Are you gonna chuck me?
No, we're not gonna have that fight. We're gonna go here.
Hey, I didn't get you.
Daniel,
You told me to get out. I have a ticket.
Go ahead, cuz.
311.
They start pushing each other.
Okay. 311. Whoa.
What's going on?
This is confusing, Wes.
Sorry.
Is that the cop?
Yeah.
Okay. He's excited.
God damn it. I fucking
Ree! Respect.
He says walk like 8 times in the Philly accent.
I mean, I liked it, Wes, but you beefed that. What happened?
That's
No, my
amazing.
internet-
So
my
if you're
internet
just
fucking
listening,
sucks.
Pat and I could not see what was happening on the video.
I reset my internet.
That was
I got
a vulgar display of power.
Gotta make a call tomorrow.
Yeah. So the guy, he's a non-law enforcement individual guy. He uses individual, but he's non-law
Right.
enforcement. He's probably a vehicle guy.
These individuals are telling me to get off the plane,
Right,
and I'm not
he's-
an individual who will do this. I follow my own laws, or whatever.
Right.
Whatever he was saying. It was
He's
crazy.
also potentially trolling, pretending to
Right.
be an immigrant, right? While being an ass on the plane.
Well, is
kinda
he though?
situation.
I mean, because he's saying he like wants to go back to his home country. I
His
don't know.
home country's Florida.
Is he American? Does that what's the where's the status on that? Do we know, Wes?
Don't know
His
where
parents'
he was
origin?
going. His home country. I don't know if he's flying to. I mean, he's a dark skinned individual. Could
I was referring to Detroit.
He's a
Yeah,
dark
I mean, like, I don't know what
who
he's-
also carries anti-Semitic vibes
Yeah.
with him.
Well,
Let
who
me-
says that word? Like, how many people on the plane
Individual?
even knew what he was saying?
Okay.
Hey, I didn't get your face.
Danielle.
Here it is. My OBS is what's fucking me.
Hey, he's let's go. Hey, 311. No, let's go. Okay. 311.
Another slap
so
fight.
so he pushes the cop, and they try the weakest punch attempt ever.
Dude, you do not want.
And then
That's a
the
bald
cop
dad.
blocks him.
That's
Yeah.
a bald power dad. He
Yeah.
pushed a bald power dad like
He's a
idiot.
cop too.
Of course he is. That's my favorite when you're assaulting them and yelling at them to stop.
This woman says,
Oh,
"I'm a police
they're
officer."
both cops,
Yeah.
Let me kick his ass.
Right. After you've taken control of the situation, still telling him to not punch anyone.
And
while
just
choking him.
screaming so loudly, unnecessarily. Amazing.
Now the best is now another big dad.
Oh,
comes-
dude, he grabs the shit out of his neck. This guy's. But he, to Pat's
I
point,
could be
this
wrong.
guy's
I could be
definitely
wrong.
trying
We
to
got
make
another
this
bald guy
team.
coming in.
Yeah, look at the power dad.
The pile on dads, the
Yeah.
pile on dads, that's nothing. That's
Yeah, there was one
the
king
walk
power
guy,
dad.
he handled the situation.
Yeah. Anyway,
I could have been wrong. He could easily not be from this country.
yeah, I don't know. Who knows? But he got his ass taken off the plane forcefully. Moving on,
Sure.
we got a new billionaire to talk about. This is Theo Struyck. He's 65. He's the guy who won the $1.65 billion Powerball from
Ooh.
October.
Good
Remember
for him.
Yeah, we covered that. Remember the winning store? Remember these guys that or 1.765. Yeah. So congratulations,
Quite a
Theo.
haul.
He had just remortgaged his house right before winning. People say
Put
he's
Theo
just
back up. Put him
people
back up.
say he's the nicest guy in the world.
Love the mustache, Theo.
He's Hawaiian, Pat, and he
He-
moved to California.
He's got a prison white tee on, like that clean white tee. He's got a prison stance.
Yeah, but he's got like a really peaceful necklace.
He has peaceful jewelry.
Look at that
Oh, okay.
smile.
Yeah, that's more normal.
Yeah,
He could be 75 years old.
yeah, but he's only 65.
Okay.
Looks great for 65,
Looks
honestly.
great.
Yeah. So he just he was just revealed. He gave his newly remortgaged house to his grandma. It says that the property was transferred to Strzok Theodorus BTR Opa Can Rest Now Trust in January 2024. So he's got a son in the Marines in San Diego, and everyone says he's just the nicest guy. Couldn't happen to a better guy. So
nice.
congratulations, Theo.
You really feel that way?
For this particular guy, sure.
Yeah, I mean, you love to see it when it's like a guy like that who there's no shame in releasing it.
And
You
his
don't
son's
like
a
it.
Marine. It's great.
You don't like it when it was like the other one. There was a billion plus one that went in like one of the richest neighborhoods in California, right? And that's what like everybody's pissed about that one.
Yeah, you like it when someone who's down on their luck has just remortgaged a $90,000 house, has grandkids, blah blah blah. Here's a comment from the article. After returning home from collecting his prize, he realized the squatters had moved in, and he had to spend all his money to get them evicted. He then had to take a huge loan to pay for the repairs from the squatters trashing his house.
I see.
Oh, right. Yeah,
They were saying
possible
it's
over there.
Too perfect a story.
Yeah. Congratulations,
Or is
Theo.
that really true? That could be true. Is that person trolling?
That person's trolling.
They're
'cause it's
trolling,
Cal-
but
it's
there is a
California.
story like that from
Yeah.
California right
Yeah.
now.
Oh,
Like,
it was a commentary on the state of California.
yes, there's like
Yes.
that's what's going to happen when
the
Theo goes on
liberal
vacation.
metropolis.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
That is California. I get it.
He put his 2 cents in there. Moving on to the Little Rascals.
You pay your taxes.
What's that?
They pay that guy's tax. A lot of our taxes. They pay a lot of our taxes.
Who,
That
squatters?
state. No, the state of California.
No.
Yeah, so does Texas and other states.
Moving on to the Little Rascals out of Houston. 16-year-old, a 12-year-old, and 11-year-old robbed a bank. And I'm just going to let the news story tell you exactly what happened with them.
This is one of the first times I recall seeing that.
The trio, so young the FBI called them Little Rascals last Thursday, releasing photos and guessing they were between the ages of 14 and 18. Today announcing their arrests and revealing their young ages, just 16, 12, and 11 years old.
The age of the younger two who have been alleged to have done this, that's a bit unusual for a bank robbery.
According to the Harris County
think?
Sheriff's Office, the three boys
No, shit,
passed
that's why we
a
came to this
threatening
guy for
note to a
comment.
teller at this Wells Fargo on the North Freeway and West Road. They were believed to be armed and got away with an
was
undisclosed
unusual
amount of cash.
that the
Once
juveniles
surveillance
robbed the
photos were
bank.
Released, the Sheriff's Office says tips started coming in. 2 of the boys' parents came forward. The third boy was handled by law enforcement and recognized. The Sheriff's Office says they recovered a weapon and a distinctive item pictured in one of the photos. They are charged with robbery by threat.
They are entitled to have a detention hearing almost immediately.
Mike Schneider is a retired juvenile district court judge.
I was
Best.
thinking
Yeah.
either this was very low in sophistication,
What would I do with
or
them?
maybe an adult had something to do with this. So this is not an uncommon thing because kids have punishment that's
It was
less
the
severe.
OBS, huh, Wes?
Yeah. Well, it's better, isn't it? Isn't it better? It definitely was the OBS. Oh, my notes are open too. So anyway, their parents, turned them in, which is good. And now they could face, a lot of probation. Not going to go to jail, but they face, let's see, they could turn 18 or juvenile prison until they turn 19. So maybe
Is it good that
probation
their
until
their parents turned them in. I was surprised at that. I mean,
No, I think it's great the parents
Your
turn them
kid
in.
robbed a bank. I mean, that's pretty standard. Most parents are going to turn them in.
yeah, I guess at that point it's out of control. You gotta get law
Yeah,
enforcement.
you gotta get
Well, when
scared straight.
when your kid's on the news, it's like
Your
hard
kid's
to lay
the type
low.
of individual that would rob a bank.
Wearing a highly identifiable sweatshirt you got him for Christmas.
V-Loan, baby. Yeah. Those guys did a Texas Chainsaw Massacre unauthorized shirt one time. V-Loan
Here's a
did.
comment from Tony. He said the bank should be ashamed of themselves for letting children rob them. It's embarrassing. And then
That's true. That is embarrassing for a bank.
Sherilyn Matthews says if they do an adult crime, they should do adult time. Their names shouldn't be protected after that.
Well, I don't know about that, Cheryl.
Okay, Sherilyn, who's never made a mistake except years 10 through looks like 50.
Yeah. Sherilyn.
Well, she's angrily commenting on Facebook because she's made so many good decisions.
Yeah, that's right. Sick day though before they got busted. I mean, talk about a high, right? Like,
yeah.
there's a high when you like steal a soda with your buds at 11, 14, and 16. Now you come away with, let's say, $6,000, 10 grand from the bank after saying that you had a weapon and getting away with it. That's sick couple hours for those kids.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, their lives are relatively fucked until they're like 18. But yes, sick couple hours.
At least the 16-year-old is a little more fucked. I don't
Yeah,
think the
he's
11 and
fucked.
12-year-old are in too much trouble because it was probably the 16-year-old's idea and coerced them. So
Right. They're getting like they're doing like community service. The 16-year-old's like actually catching a charge.
yeah. You guys remember when you used to go out with your parents to like, a dinner, let's say Outback, and of course, I don't know about your parents. My parents would booze, and sometimes they would let me order like a virgin drink that was like a Shirley Temple or a virgin daiquiri. It was like a special, night. You guys ever get those drinks when you were little?
Yeah. once in a while.
I feel like it was a 80s, 90s kid kind of thing to do. I don't know if it happens too much anymore.
Shirley Temple, which is just where they put like the cherry and the Sprite and then
grenadine,
Sprite and grenadine.
Yeah, with cherry, yeah.
No, man, I wouldn't do. I would just get a soda. See, graduation night, we went out to dinner, and they were like, I thought it was cool. I was 17. They're like, you graduated today at this random restaurant. You can have a glass of wine.
Yeah.
When I went to Jamaica, I was able to drink like just openly. Once my parents gave the bartenders the okay at 16, it was.
If you travel outside of the U.S., as a kid, as soon as you're outside of your parents' line of sight, you can drink wherever you want.
Yeah.
Dude, also best part about those Jamaica all-inclusive resort situations is booze is a prize for around the pool games.
Yeah.
So they're like, who's gonna win that bottle of rum? You're like playing bingo as hard as you fucking can.
They don't care if they give an 18-year-old or a 17-year-old a bottle of booze. I mean,
Well, let's go to Livonia, Michigan, where an Outback Steakhouse is in a little bit of trouble after they served a 6th grader a hard daiquiri instead of a virgin daiquiri. Here's the news.
Say they go to the Outback Steakhouse in Livonia multiple times a month. 12-year-old Mikhail always gets a virgin strawberry daiquiri. But this time, it definitely was no virgin.
It didn't taste like how when I had it the other times, and it just didn't taste normal.
A taste unfamiliar to this 12-year-old. Rum, a few big gulps, then a funny feeling, he says.
My head started hurting when I was leaving, and my heart started beating as I was drinking it.
Were you a little bit scared?
Yeah.
Grandma Yolanda Collins took a sip to see.
We don't drink, so we couldn't tell whether it was alcohol in there or not. But after that, he started letting us know that his heart was kind of racing.
Flagging down the server who relayed their concern to the bartender who confirmed they made a big mistake, adding alcohol to the slushy drink. And Grandma has receipts, literally.
It's supposed to be a virgin daiquiri, but it says a daiquiri.
The restaurant comped the meal and apologized, but the booze was hitting this 6th grader, so they took him to the hospital right away.
The diagnosis was accidental exposure to alcohol and accidental ingestion.
There wasn't much that could be done. A Tylenol and some rest, then his first hangover the next day at 12 years old.
I didn't want him to have an alcoholic experience this way.
Grandma calling for better training. They're listening, according to this statement from Outback Corporate.
Grandma claims he had a hangover.
We take the situation very seriously and are thankful that the child involved was not seriously harmed. We have taken the appropriate disciplinary action, and all our bar and staff has been retrained to ensure this.
Anyway, you get the idea. Look, Grandma's looking for a payday, but I don't think they're going to get it.
Outback added, what weirdo orders virgin daiquiris for their grandson every single 100% meal at Outback?
100% agree, dude. Virgin, like, if you get booze in your virgin daiquiri, that's just par for the fucking course of playing the virgin daiquiri game.
Right.
Like,
it comes out on the same tray as real daiquiris.
Do you know about the effort that goes into fucking making a daiquiri? The reason it's worth it is because you can charge $14.99 for it, right? Not the price of a fucking Coke. And you know the kid's gonna order 2 of these fucking things because he thinks it's like a Coke because he has zero concept of what it's like to be a fucking bartender.
Right. This is all on Grandma, who then tried to make it a national news story, claiming that her grandson was hungover off of 3 sips of daiquiri. I mean,
100%. Also, virgin daiquiris at sixth grade is a fucking gateway drug to drink it. It's something you do when you're a drinking family, and these people are so not well versed in drinking that they took the fucking kid to the hospital.
Yeah,
I smell bullshit, bro.
Oh, it's big time bullshit. The kid was told what to say. They're looking for a little bit more than a free dinner. They said he had a hangover the next day. He was given Tylenol, told to rest after a couple sips of a daiquiri. So,
dude, 3 sips of daiquiri, it's not going to do anything to anybody.
Dude, it's the best part about getting hammered at 12 is there's no hangover.
Right.
Zero. Zilch.
Yeah, very true.
I was getting shitty at 12.
I mean, that's a solid point.
Wake up in the morning. Hate to say it. It's like nothing happened.
Very true. Guys, you've heard the headlines. Inflation is unchecked. The dollar is collapsing. Doom and gloom. The government is printing too much money. The fear is real, but there's a solution. That's gold. G-O-L-D. The government can't print more gold. Gold isn't collapsing, and gold's value increases during inflationary times. The Noble Gold Investments is here to help you protect your wealth. Noble Gold Investments is the gold IRA company that Americans trust. The founders of Noble Gold have more than 20 years of combined experience in buying gold and silver. They've secured more than $1 billion. That's billion with a B, just like what Theo got, in precious metals for their clients. Hedge against inflation, economic downturn defense, great tax advantages, and you can invest in safe haven assets with Noble Gold. Stability in chaos. Gold remains steady when inflation is on the rise and the dollar is in turmoil. And again, gold can't be printed, and it's your shield in times of economic uncertainty. So choose between a tax advantage gold IRA or have physical gold delivered to your door. We've talked about how awesome that would be. Noble Gold Investments ensures a seamless and easy transaction. So invest in something you can hold. Go to noblegoldinvestments.com/hardfactor to get started. Don't wait. That's noblegoldinvestments.com/hardfactor.
Yep. Hope Theo gets a lot of gold.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's going to get a few chains, I'm sure.
I bet he's got wisdom, man.
Nice ones.
How long until someone in his family's dead?
Hopefully a long time.
I know Hawaii has a big drug problem. He is Hawaiian.
8 months. Not wishing it on him, just statistically.
I mean, over $1 billion is a big haul. That's nice.
Yeah. It's a lot of money.
Pat, you up?
Yeah, let me jump in here, guys. I want to talk about, we talked a lot about Neuralink, right? And we talked a little bit about the technology that it makes Neuralink possible, where scientists essentially deciphered electrical brain activity, right? So essentially like this wave means this thing, giving you the ability to think text, right? And potentially if you were able to plug into someone's brain and get their neuron activity, their electric activity, you might be able to read their mind, right? I think we talked about that before. It's pretty
it'd
cool.
be awesome.
Well, yeah, remember they made the announcement, I think it was like a year ago, that they were looking for test subjects, clinical trials for Neuralink. I think like 8 people did it. And I was thinking to myself, what kind of fucking idiot would let Elon Musk, who becomes progressively less likable every day, cut into their noggin with a brand new technology and throw a chip in there, right?
We covered it. Quadriplegics.
Yeah, someone who's desperate.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Quadros. And yeah, the quadriplegics did do it. Did you guys see this video?
Yeah.
Kid playing chess?
Yeah. Well, no, we have not seen this. I'm saying like back in the day, we covered when they put the call out for volunteers, and we were all like, obviously we wouldn't volunteer, but obviously you wouldn't. It's for quadriplegics.
Yeah. Who wants to wave again?
Sure, or Elon stands. Okay, sure. I guess you guys saw that.
I'm sure some Elon stands tried, but it literally says like on the application, like this is for quadriplegics.
Why'd you look at the application if you're not a quadriplegic, Will?
Because I was the one that did the story when you put the call out for it. So
something you're not telling us about your arms and your legs, guys. Noland Arbaugh, who's paralyzed below the shoulders after what he describes as a freak diving accident, which is really just a diving accident.
That's where you dive into a shallow pool when you're hammered and you get paralyzed.
Right. I know a couple guys that are paralyzed.
Me too. It's very common.
So it's really not that freaky of an accident. It's just a diving accident, which is horrible, but it happens.
Hammered and dive into 6 feet and just ow.
Anyway, Nolan got this implant in January, dude. Nolan, excuse me. Noland. It's not Noland. No land here. And he said that he has been using the brain implant to play video games. Check this out. Here's him playing chess.
Wasn't able to really do much the last few years, especially not like this.
Can you explain a little bit just to people who maybe don't have any context on this field or what's going on here? How are you able to actually move the cursor?
Yeah, so we started out with trying out a few different things. We basically went from what we call kind of differentiating, like imagined movement versus attempted movement. So a lot of what we started out with was attempting to move. So
I just gave up his queen.
Say my right hand.
Yeah, he can move the pieces. Doesn't mean he's smart. Yeah, so essentially the way that they did it, right, is he would think, I want to move my right hand, right, to move this piece, but his hands don't work. And they were able to take that brainwave activity and then reverse it and then use it to plug it into this computer. So he's out there playing chess. The guy ain't just a regular gamer either. He's a hardcore gamer, and he's not been able to actually game since this freak, just diving accident.
That's amazing.
But now he is, bro. He's been using this Neuralink to play Sid. Is it Sid? Sid, what's his name? It's Civilization.
Civilization 6, right?
Yeah, Civilization 6, right?
Yeah.
Sid something. I know the game's been around forever. But yeah, he's been playing that. He played it for 8 straight hours, he said, which is a major feat if your hands don't work. Noah said
game changer. Imagine.
It's absolutely game changer. Absolute game changer. I mean, imagine like being a quadriplegic.
People have will to live. Dude, you could be a pro Civilization 6 gamer.
I mean, dude, what a relief it would give you to be able to play video games, but then like because you can't do much else in certain situations, but you fucking can't.
Can't
but
do
now
anything
you can.
else. I'm glad he's doing more than chess, because chess wasn't very impressive to me, because like I'm sure they have like voice activation where you're like knight to e4, you know.
Oh,
like
that would get boring.
Yeah, I mean that's.
But Wes, imagine once they put this on a VR set for him. You know, the Neuralink links up with his VR set. He's gonna be like fucking. He can like meet with people like he's fucking walking around and shit. Like he can do all kinds of cool shit.
Now, are they gonna be able to connect this to his arm one day, and then he can just be like, all right, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and jerk off again?
No. It's a technology that essentially operates a computer with your mind, not makes your arms work.
Though.
Right, yeah. But I think that's the goal, isn't it? Eventually, to be able to control your fire.
Well, yeah, once they get really good, once the computer gets super strong and can tell your arm to move again. Yeah.
Guys, no, but
right?
No, absolutely
AI chips. Once they add the AI chips from NVIDIA, then it's going to take your body over and rewire it.
It's going to fire those muscles for you.
So you can finally maybe masturbate again.
If they put a if they put a fucking bionic arm,
God
on
willing,
he can move that. Well, here's what he can do with Butt Plug-io. He can hook up all sorts of stimulators.
Yeah, that's a today solution.
Okay,
but like I'm with Wes. I kind of want to see people make, leaps and bounds. I want to see people like maybe even grow new limbs, right?
Yeah.
Like
I want to see a limp arm go haywire on a cock.
Just trying to jerk it when it can't. Yeah, we got the motion down. We don't have the gripping down yet.
Yeah, you gotta get the grip out. He's really just beating his cock.
Just like an out of control fire hose.
They keep trying to demoing it, but he keeps opening Pornhub tabs. Oh, I don't know what's happening.
Now, Noland, you're only gonna be able to do this once a week because this is gonna take quite the toll on your penis. You're gonna be black and blue after this.
I mean, how quickly into the test did he try to look at porn? Like,
I mean,
pretty quick.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he doesn't need a buddy to open the browser for him. And like, think about opening all those tabs. You'd have to be going one tab at a time if you're
better get him a fast internet connection because he's gonna be scrolling.
Dude, imagine how much it would suck to be a quadriplegic in the first place, but then to have to navigate the click away pop-ups on porn sites, right? That you have to like, if you come across one of those porn sites where you click the video, anytime you click on the screen, it does a pop-up and you have to X that out.
Yeah.
True.
Not crazy comment from Gavin. His dad became paralyzed from an accident in a shallow pool. Take it from the pool boy, Pat the pool boy. Be careful out there. Yeah.
It happens a lot. It happens a lot. Seriously, be careful. Tank Boy now. You'll hear that on Florida Mid Friday. Anyway, guys, I've been thinking about a turkey dinner since I was in the hospital with my dad. I like institutional turkey and Thanksgiving, like school lunch. I love it. But around Thanksgiving time, it's the only time you can get it, right? Because I don't have a chef around. You know what I mean? But I've got that culinary taste. But getting out there and exploring the local food scene can be real pricey, and I also don't have time to do it. So essentially, I end up eating whatever Kate cooks, which last night was literally pigs in a blanket and a handful of penne noodles.
Wow. Culinary delights.
Oh, my
God, that sounds,
man.
I could go for some pigs in a blanket.
I wasn't in a joking mood, but I almost took a picture and shared it, but I didn't. But anyway, guys.
Salty carbs.
Luckily, CookUnity is here, and CookUnity is the first chef-to-use service delivering locally sourced meals from award-winning chefs right to your door every week, and it's cheaper than other delivery options. This is pretty dope, especially like if you want to get on a meal plan. So like previously, to get like a personal chef to do a plan for you was insanely expensive, and pretty much accessibility to a personal chef or a meal plan has been this service away, CookUnity. But now you can get it, bro. They work with some of the best chefs in the country to bring you creative, delicious meals every week. Every meal is handcrafted by chefs and made in local micro kitchens, right? Not large production facilities. A lot of times it's a situation where like a chef wants to pick up some extra dough, right? But they don't want to start a full-on catering company. So you can get access to some fantastic cooking brought to you, and your food arrives fresh, never frozen. And packaging that'll allow you to keep it in the fridge for 7 days. So like this is a great situation if you're gonna like have a lady over, right? But you can't cook, but you want to be at your house already, right? Instead of being at the restaurant, then you got to get her back to your house, right? Totally consensually, I mean, but like you know what I mean? Like it's one step closer to making out. Pick as few as 4, as many as 16 meals per week. There's hundreds of dishes to choose from. Menus are posted 2 weeks in advance. It's awesome, guys. CookUnity. If you want to get down on it, experience chef-quality meals every week delivered right to your door, go to CookUnity.com/HARDFACTOR, and if you do that, put the code HARDFACTOR, one word, in there before checkout, you get 50% off your first week. So why not try it? Get 50% off your first week. You know, they're losing money on this one. So
do it.
You're the genius here. That's 50% off your first week using code HARDFACTOR. If you go to CookUnity.com/HARDFACTOR, that's CookUnity.com/HARDFACTOR.
Do it. Get in there. Chicks will love it. And you know what else the ladies love that are really into?
Cool James.
Well, that's true. A sensitive man, okay? And it's good for us that this show is sponsored by BetterHelp because it can help us become more sensitive men. What's the most important thing in your life? Huh? You know? Exactly. What about the top 5 or 10? Do you know exactly what those are?
My children, ability to masturbate without technological assistance.
Okay, so that's you got
family.
2. You got 3 of the but sometimes it could be hard to identify and juggle them all at the same time. And that's where therapy can really help anybody who's just living their life and trying to make it all fit and work, like Pat's just describing right there. Yeah, so whatever you're going through, therapy helps you find your drivers to help establish a better lifestyle to accomplish all your goals and support your most important things, all the whys in your life. Therapy with BetterHelp is not only beneficial to bounce your thoughts off your therapist, but it's extremely easy, totally remote and online. I love my BetterHelp therapist, and they help me work through all kinds of issues I'm struggling with all the time on a weekly basis, okay? If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. Totally online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Learn to make time for what makes you happy with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/HARDFACTOR today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/HARDFACTOR. Get in there, give therapy a try. Because, like I said, you know, you need to be more sensitive for the chicks. Chicks dig sensitivity, so work on it.
It's true. Okay. They like when you show that your emotions and
right
your thoughts and communicate. They love communication,
openness, honesty.
Yeah.
It's pretty much all they ask for.
Yeah, so simple, but yet so hard.
Yeah, but it can get you laid more often. All right, and speaking of chicks, let's talk about all the latest chick news. But first, a tiny update from Capitol Hill, where you have to congratulate DC. You know, when they do something right for once. 2 things in this case. At least 2. They're suing Apple for having a monopoly on like iMessage functions, basically. You know, because Apple's basically fucked over all other smartphones.
We literally forced Will to get an Apple phone. We forced him because the green text message wasn't going to fly.
Well, certain industries like media, where you have to text videos to each other, you just can't use an Android because of iMessage, and that's a monopoly. So I'm glad the government's suing them over that. And that bipartisan effort to go after the organ grabbers. Check out the kind of corruption that they're investigating. Quote, in one case, which eventually resulted in the criminal conviction of 2 OPO executives in Alabama, and for which the whistleblower was threatened with, quote unquote, being cremated alive. So that's the kind of people they're going after, the organ grabbers. They threatened to cremate a whistleblower alive before this investigation.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to tell you, they're dangerous people.
Yeah. You were right, Wes. You were the canary in the coal mine. And also, the USA finally had a successful hypersonic missile test. We're way behind on that, but good, we got a successful one. And sadly, but probably a good idea, sad to hear still, the U.S. Air Force is no longer trying to strap laser beam guns to AC 130s. So
wait, why?
I think it just didn't work out. Kind of expensive, probably.
Okay.
Sad, but probably like good. Okay, on to chicks real quick to wrap up the week. First up, Bruce.
Take your time.
Bruce, I'll take my time on the chicks.
Yeah.
First up, they like that too, Wes.
You always have, and you always will.
Foreplay. First up, Bruce Springsteen has been accused of looking like a chick by the New York Post. Sorry, not the Times, the Post. They tweeted this picture of Bruce. He looks horrible, and they say Bruce Springsteen returns to stage looking unrecognizable and a little bit like Tilda Swinton.
A little bit,
a lot of it.
That's brutal from the hometown rag there for the boss.
Yeah,
it happens to all rock stars. If you stay in the game long enough, you ultimately start turning into a woman.
You look like a lesbian eventually. Yeah, and Greg replies to that. They say looks like Megan Rapinoe. And that's also pretty accurate. So
and insulting to Megan Rapinoe.
Yeah, he's much older than her, so that's tough for her. The boss resumed his concert tour in Phoenix, Arizona on Tuesday, but his new look has many on the internet and I guess maybe in person, accusing him of looking like Ellen DeGeneres or any other of those lesbians.
It looks better there, but that first picture is frightening.
Right. Wes, I think the internet's just a tough place, and Bruce looks pretty good for his age.
Yeah.
I mean, Bruce was born in the 40s. I think he was born in 49, maybe.
And as he ages, Pat, he's going for a little bit more twinkier look, I'd say, than he has in the past. So, it's a style choice.
He's a great American. Leave him alone.
Yeah, born in the USA. I think it's all the Amazon porn that's been trending recently that's getting him, maybe that's why he's going with the twinkier look.
Amazon porn?
The one where the chick is like humongous and standing up.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And then
what was that series where it's like big chicks and then the Twinkie dudes and
I
think it's what you're talking about.
That's what I'm talking. Yeah, it's like I don't know.
She's just having her way with him.
It's been trending all over the place.
Yeah,
pro wrestlers.
Yeah, Bruce is maybe like
it hasn't been in my algorithm, but I know it very well.
Yeah. I don't know. Wes and I, we've been inundated with this stuff. Speaking of intriguing, Lamar Odom and Caitlyn Jenner have started a podcast called Keeping Up with Sports, where even the name of the podcast is suffering from PTSD from the Kardashian family. So
both of these folks are out, right? But they're both out
of the family.
Of the family, right?
Yeah, they're still naming their podcast after.
Caitlyn's not really out because she's like a parent to two of them, but effectively out of the media empire.
I know Lamar is, but doesn't Lamar have a baby with Courtney or Chloe?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe not.
I don't know.
Wish Mark was here. He'd know.
I don't know. All I know is Rad Dad had a great comment in the watching us live, giving us organ donors a bad name. That's true. The organ donor predatory organizations are giving organ donors a bad name, Rad Dad. While you guys think about the Kardashians, I'm going to move on to the next entertainment piece. Sydney Sweeney, she told Entertainment Tonight that she wants to work with Margot Robbie and that she also wants to do her own stunts at the same time. And I just think that Sydney Sweeney really knows how to get the boys going, like she's figured out a way where anything she does gets a whole gigantic like subset of online males 13 to 55 and incredibly horny immediately.
You can't stay this hot for that long. Just pointing that out. It's interesting when you see the cycle. And she's at peak right now. She can do no wrong.
You think she's going to go Lindsay Lohan?
No. I don't think she's going to have that type of situation. But something she usually a missed. Well, we build them up to tear them down, Wes. That's why we do it.
What is this? Yeah, because it is like a group of like maybe like 200,000 guys online that will just like they get boners and retweet or share every single like picture of her.
I think
like, what's gonna happen because they love her with an intensity that is rarely seen.
I think it might be the tits
and the really good acting. She's a great actor and great tits.
And she seems attainable a little bit, right? She's not like overly hot. She's like kind of like the hottest chick in your high school hot.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's driving men wild on the internet. Well, and then when she says stuff like this, she wants to work with Margot Robbie, obviously.
If you're from Spokane, she was the hottest chick in your high school. But I want to, one other thing that's interesting is it's really hard to become this famous these days. Like we only have one or two. Where like 15 years ago, you might have 5, 6, 10, 15 people at her level, but just not possible anymore. It's a lot of pressure focused on Sid and the Sweeneys.
Rad Dad's in, he says eggplant emoji. All right, last bit of women news, chicks. It's Florida Man Friday at patreon.com/hardfactor as always, like Pat said before, but also Florida Woman Friday right here, right now. Meet 42-year-old Florida woman Taylor Nicole Piatti. As you guys can see, she's in the Lee County Jail in full restraints in her mugshot here. Any guesses what she's in for?
Killing her lesbian lover.
Ooh, good guess.
But yeah, something related to. It's too cheap. I was gonna say Subaru theft, but it's too cheap.
Oh well, good guess as well. Wrong on both counts, though, guys. At 5:32 a.m. in Fort Myers, Florida, this Thursday. That's Taylor Nicole. I think she goes by Nicole. She was arrested for setting fire to the Grace Church over there in Fort Myers. And then once the police arrived and put her in the squad car, she set another small fire inside the squad car when she was arrested. She did that all completely nude. Percent.
What?
Yeah.
Is she an Eagle Scout?
She had a lot of lighters on her nude person, and that's it.
In her cheeks.
Yeah. So no word on why, but she was found standing right next to those fires that she lit completely nude when it was reported to the police. And obviously she's been charged with arson, but also taken for a mental evaluation. See what's going on.
I'd like to stand next to a big fire nude one time. That sounds delightful, actually.
Sounds freeing and invigorating.
You got to be rich or really poor. One of the.
You got to have a lot of land. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of land.
Right. Not be Nicole, who's probably just on meth, potentially homeless.
What do you think? What do you think they do? This happens to police officers every once in a while. Not this exact same thing, but like you walk up on someone committing a crime, you don't frisk them good enough, and then they commit that crime in your car. What do you think? Like it's like at the station. You think you just get a good old ribbon, or you get fired? Is it kind of like, ha, you didn't frisk her good enough, or
no, you just get made fun of?
It's a ribbon
for sure. I think they said they put the fire out before she like lit. It was yeah, you're right. The cop, it was negligence by the police officer.
The guy who was upper decking all those toilets that you arrested took a shit in your cruiser.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, Rad Dad cop says ribbon.
Yeah, ribbon for sure. It's like
unless someone gets hurt. There you go.
Yeah, nobody got hurt. She just lit the small fire. They put it out. That's it. End of story. End of the week here at Hard Factor News. Thank you so much for listening, supporting the podcast. Again, if you need more, patreon.com/hardfactor. As always, most importantly, get out there and have yourselves a great fucking day and weekend.